Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? Hope you are doing good. Today we are going to talk about the clauses in complex sentences. Clause is actually a complete sentence when separated from the other clause. It means that when two different sentences are joined together with some conjunction, these sentences are not called sentences, they are called clauses. Today we are talking about the clauses in complex sentences. In complex sentences, the conjunction that is used, that is called subordinating conjunction. And the sentence that is made by adding dependent and independent clause is called a complex sentence. What is dependent and independent clause? Very easily you can understand. The clause that starts with some conjunction, that is called dependent clause. To remember, I give you a clue that you remember CD. C mean conjunction, D mean dependent. That after conjunction the clause is dependent. So there are two clauses in complex sentence, principal clause or independent clause, and the other is dependent or subordinate clause. In complex sentences, dependent clauses are of three kinds: adjective clause, noun clause, or adverb clause. Before we go to the main topic, let me tell you something about coordinating conjunctions and compound sentences. In compound sentences, both the clauses are independent, and the conjunction that is called coordinating conjunction. These are very few. I've told you, fanboys. F stands for, A for and, N for neither or nor, B for but, O for either or, Y for yet, and S for so. Since also starts with S, but since is subordinating conjunction. So you have to remember the words. Actually, these are only the clues that you remember. With the clues, what are these words? Similarly, because is subordinating conjunction, but coordinating conjunction is but. Both start with B, but is coordinating, while because is subordinating conjunction. So when fanboys means for, and, neither nor, but, either or, yet, and so are found as conjunction, then that sentence is compound sentence. And in complex sentence there are many. When, while, therefore, then, afterwards, later on, even then. First kind of clause that I am going to mention, that is noun clause. Noun clause starts with W family. W family means which, what, where, whose, whom, etc. How can you differentiate between noun clause and adjective clause? Very easy. That is that if the conjunction, that is subordinating conjunction, that follows a verb, कि अगर आप वो कंजक्शन देखें जो सबॉर्डिनेटिंग कंजक्शन इस्तेमाल हुआ, उससे पहले आप सेंटेंस में देखते हैं कि वर्ब है, तो जो फॉलोइंग क्लाज है दैट इज नाउन क्लाज. फॉर एग्जांपल, ही इज वंडरिंग व्हाट ही कैन डू नेक्स्ट. हियर ही इज वंडरिंग इज प्रिंसिपल क्लाज, व्हाइल व्हाट he can do next is dependent clause or subordinate clause, and that clause is noun clause. Why? Because before that conjunction, what, W family, what is conjunction over here. Before what there is verb. Another example, I know quite well where you are going. I know quite well is main clause, where you are going is subordinate clause, and it is noun clause, and it is object of know. वो जानता है, क्या चीज़ जानता है, ये चीज़ है थिंग. आई नो दैट थिंग, आई नो दैट थिंग. तो वो नाउन क्लास, इट इज़ नाउन क्लास. तो आपने देख लिया कि जब डब्ल्यू फैमिली में से कोई कंजंक्शन आए, समटाइम दैट भी आ जाता है, तो दैट से पहले या डब्ल्यू फैमिली वाले वर्ड से पहले विच, हुज, हुम, उससे पहले अगर वर्ब है तो जो क्लास है दैट इज नाउन क्लास. Another example for your convenience. I hope that you have understood, but one more example. I don't know how you will do it. I don't know is principal clause, main clause, or independent clause. How you will do it is subordinate clause or dependent clause. Now we come to adjective clause. Adjective clause will start with the same conjunction that a noun clause starts, that is W family and sometimes that and how as well. But in adjective clause we find noun before the conjunction instead of verb. यानी वर्ब की बजाय अगर उससे पहले नाउन है तो आगे फिर नाउन क्लास तो हो नहीं सकती. एक तो ये क्लू हो गया, दूसरा ये कि नाउन को आगे डिस्क्राइब वो क्लास कर रही है, तो इस वजह से वो क्या होगी, द क्लास दैट डिस्क्राइब्स अ नाउन इज कॉल्ड एडजेक्टिव क्लास. वट एवर द वर्ड दैट डिस्क्राइब्स अ नाउन दैट इज कॉल्ड एडजेक्टिव. सो इन दिस वे एडजेक्टिव क्लास इज एक्चुअली डिस्क्राइबिंग अ नाउन एंड वी फाइंड अ नाउन बिफोर द एडजेक्टिव क्लास. Let us see the examples. I like the books which provide good food for thought. I like the books. Books is noun, and then which provide good food for thought is describing the books. कौन सी books? वो वाली जो अच्छी information रखती हो, जो good food of thought provide करती हो, तो those books I like, तो books को describe कर रही है clause. Then which provide good food for thought is adjective clause. So it starts with which, W family. Another example, he met the secret agent who disclosed all the situation. So who disclosed all the situation is describing the agent, यानी वो agent जिसने ये काम किया, तो agent को describe कर रहा है ये clause. Now let us talk about adverb clause. Other than the conjunction from W family, whatever the conjunction that is subordinating conjunction, not from the fanboys, other than fanboys, whatever the conjunction that is used after that, the clause will be adverb clause. A few examples. I reached there before the night had fallen. I reached there, main clause or principal clause or independent clause. Before the night had fallen, before here conjunction, the night had fallen is subordinate clause or adverb clause. Before is actually describing a time, so it is called adverb clause of time. So it is adverb clause of time. Let us see another example. He won the race although he was not well prepared. So although is conjunction, subordinating conjunction. So he won the race, main clause, principal clause or independent clause. Although he was not well prepared is subordinate clause or dependent clause. यहाँ पर comparison दिया गया है तो इसलिए ये adverb clause होगी, adverb clause of comparison. तो comparison किस चीज़ का है कि वो prepared नहीं था इसके बावजूद जीत गया, तो ये compare किया गया situation को, तो इस comparison की वजह से that is called adverb clause of comparison. I will take it because it shows your care. I will take it is principal clause or independent clause because it shows your care is subordinate clause or dependent clause. तो because चूंकि ये reason बता रहा है कि मैं क्यों ले लूँगा, तुम्हारी care उसमें मौजूद है तो it is reason. तो because it shows your care, it is adverb clause of reason. Next example, he got very sick, therefore he was admitted to the hospital. He got very sick, again independent clause or principal clause or main clause. Therefore conjunction के बाद clause शुरू होने वाली dependent clause. Therefore he was admitted to the hospital is adverb clause. Adverb clause of what? It is adverb clause of cause and effect. Next example, the master allowed me to go though it was against his rules. तो अगरचे उसके उसूलों के खिलाफ था कि वो जाने नहीं देता था, लेकिन इसके बावजूद तो ये concession दी, therefore it will be called adverb clause of concession. Next example, he will fly today if he provides the papers today. तो यहाँ पर if condition के तौर पर आया कि अगर वो जमा करवाता है तो जा सकता है, तो if he provides the papers today is adverb clause of condition. Next example, you should drive the car slowly where the traffic gets thick. So where the traffic gets thick is an adverb clause of place. I hope you have understood. Even then, if you find any difficulty, you may contact me. Next video, I'm going to tell you 4 very easy steps to change active voice into passive voice. So wait for the next video. Goodbye. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.